Okay, so now that we are familiar with the basics of using pointers in a function, let's just do some practice. So here's what I'm going to do. Include standard IO.h. The main function is basically showing the 10 minutes period of time starting, let's say, 23:55. Okay, so basically for 10 minutes, so do that. What do? You printf hour and then minute. Okay, so H and M. But there's some problem with formatting. So you have to somehow use leading zeros if it is a single digit. So I'm going to use 02, more sophisticated format modifier, 02. So 02 means what? Here 2 means use 2 spaces. So always 2 digits, right? And then 0 means add leading 0 if necessary. Here, when is it necessary? Well, for a single digit, let's say 9. How do you print number 9 using 2 spaces? Well, use one digit. So to fill out the 2 spaces, you got to add leading 0. So that's basically what we want, right? 9 has to be printed 09. As needs 09 in our case. So 02 is really useful. And then now increment minute. So I'm going to create some tick function. If you do this, it does not work. Why? This is wrong. Remember, C uses the function takes this principle of pass by value. H is 23 and M is 55. That value is passed. Whatever the function does, because input parameter is really the copy. Okay, so whatever the function does never changes H and M. But what we really need is change H and M to update the minute and time, a minute and hour. So for that, the right way is what? The right way is give the address. So that the tick function use the address, follow the address, right? Can follow the address and actually modify the value. So that means what? What would be the prototype of for tick? Tick takes address. That means it's integer pointer in star. Again, another pointer variable. Okay, so what do? So, no, it's a H, M. So you increment 1 minute. That's basically tick, right? So basically what? This is how you do it, dereferencing operator, follow the address and grab it. That's putting star in front of PM. PM is the address. So if you put star, follow the address and grab it. What is it? That's actually, because PM is the address of M, this is really B. What do? You have to basically add 1. Okay, you got to do a little bit more. If PM is what? 60, what do you have to do? You have to set PM to be 0, and then actually you have to increment pH by 1. Of course, if pH, in the end, if pH 24, you have to set pH to be 0. So what is it? Generally, rule of thumb is what? If you call a function, give the address, as in scanf. Okay? Does it make sense? And also, in function, if you use the address in the function to change the variable of the address, what? Use this, like here. Okay, we can also use the value of there, here, or everywhere. So star is basically the way inside the function definition. Ampersand is usually the way to call the function. Okay. Anyway, so let's do that. Take that C. Okay, that's what it is. So another important, another common usage of this pass by pointer is swap function. So sometimes you want to basically exchange the value of A and B. So because that's used many times, you can actually, let's say, create swap function between the two numbers. Because the function changes the values, you have to take the address and then use the address, right? So basically, let's say, I'll say PA, PB. That's better name. So integer A is 4, integer B is 5, and I want to call swap function by giving the address because I want A, B to be changed, right? And then if you print A, B like that, right? I want the program to print out 5 and 4. So how do you implement swap? So the way to do is you have to include have temporary value, and then that temporary value will be used to store the value of A. Remember, star PA is PA is the address, and star PA is basically A, right? So now you can safely change the value of A, which is star PA, to be what PB contains. And then now PB is changed to value A. Well, A is already changed, so you can use the temporary T, which is the same value. Okay. So if you compile that, A is 5, B is 4. Originally, it was A is 4, B is 5. Okay.